Hello, 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 hello. Ji, assalamualaikum. Uh, Sometimes I come early as well. Not all the time. I find myself lagging with meeting a timeline. Sometimes I show up early. So I hope everybody's doing good and wrestling with their thoughts and aspirations in a pursuit to identify their skill set, a skill set that could fetch them a prosperous future, a skill set that something resonates magnificently well with their inner core, their passion. So I hope all the videos and the efforts I have made play an instrumental role in kickstarting that career of yours that's probably one of the best test things the country would see. So, with this prayer, I'm going to start tonight's lecture. And we're going to focus on social media marketing. We're going to focus on Q&A. Tonight is a Q&A night. And what else? I don't know what else. Hey, for all you folks out there, I got a little request for you guys. And the request is I see a lot of you are struggling in identifying their skill set. I also understand that you probably would need to get in touch with me, and I'm not accessible. So we created a Facebook group where you guys can come in and get in touch with other fellow trainees. I see 300 odd people have already joined that Facebook group. And if that's not enough, I've taken a humongous step here, a step that could probably help you in getting a response from me far quicker than what you have experienced till now. And that is, if you look at the description of this video, there's a surprise for you guys. And the surprise is I want you to click on the link, just go through that form. And by filling in that form, you are asking me a question. And yes, that is me directly. So, some of the questions that are of highest importance, I will respond to them personally. And for the rest of the queries, I have allocated a resource that's probably gonna answer all your questions Monday to Friday. So all you need to do is just click on the link already given in a description of this video, and whatever you aspire for, whatever your question is, fill in this form. There's a little assignment at the bottom part of this form, and that includes two parts. I've requested you to write a proposal. What is that? Go and find out yourself. And the second thing is just fill in the form box and ask me anything you want to ask, and I'll answer those if they are worth answering to. That being said, I really want you to bookmark this link because that's going to help you. I'm going to act like a Superman's father, is virtually accessible whenever there's a need versus demand basis, but he's not physically around all the time. So that's what I'm trying to do with you guys, making myself virtually accessible whenever you guys feel a need for it. And there's another request I want to make here, and that request is since you guys have attended all the classes, I'm going to put in a link here in the comment section. I want you to click on this comment section. For social media marketing, I understand we're going to focus on the social media fronts, but since you guys are blogging student as well, there are two mistakes in this blog. I've just written it. I want you to click on this blog link and see if you can come up with these two mistakes. And if you come up with these two mistakes, you are going to be the first individual who gets a chance to appear on the screen with me and ask whatever you want to ask about. So here's a little, reward for you, but reward comes when you actually accomplish something. And no, it's okay. You can fill it as long as you want, Zubair. I mean, that's not even a problem. No problem. So I want you to click on this blog list, a link, and identify two problems, two prominent problems that you see is wrong with this link. Let's see what it is. Let's see how many intelligent folks we've got out there. Chalo, dekh lete hain. And then the answer needs to be provided in a format. 1 dot this problem, 2 dot this problem. Blog link is right up there in a comment section. For all of you, I've keep on emphasizing the importance of having a blog and having a blog post because there's no harm in creating a blog for yourself. There's no harm in creating a YouTube channel for yourself. There's no harm in doing social media marketing for the clients. But rest assured, there are 3 things dead in a link. Okay, fine enough. That's given, but okay, point taken. Talia. Look, to all the people who are watching me right now, who will watch this stream later. Hey, Tala, give me high five, yaar. Well done, bro. How much was it worth? How much, was the price for a fit? I'm so happy for you, Tala. Well done, yaar. कंफ्यूज इसलिए होते हो कि तुम अब्दुल कादिर सारा दिन कमेंटिंग कर रहे होते हो. तुम्हारा एम्फेसिस जो इधर बकबक कर रहा है स्क्रीन पर, अगर उस पे होता तो ज्यादा अच्छा होता. काश ये क्लासरूम होती, आई कुड हैव कम टू यू एंड खींच देता. और मैं तो ऐसा ही हूं, मुझे तो इतना व्यूअरशिप का फर्क पड़ता है. Neither I am doing it for anything. $23. Wow, proud of you, Tala. So all of you, I know since it's a small number, I address to every single night. I know who's doing what. There are 4 other shakars out there. उनका emphasis क्या है? सारा दिन बैठ के बक बक commenting करना, not focusing on what I'm trying to tell. And this is something really alarming. Really alarming. Well done and fun. Okay, date and URL, that's fine. That's one problem, Ji. What is the problem, 2 problems you see in this blog post? Let's see if you can point it out. कुछ तो होगा, सोचो तो सही. दिमाग की बत्ती चलाओ. मेंटोस खाए बगैर. Date and backlink. Okay, yeah, now you got my attention. That's one problem. Date is fine. Everybody knows about the date. What is it with backlink? Let's see if you can sort this out. Backlink more than 3. So Fayaz, well done, Fayaz. What else? Oh, that's nice, Ismail. Yeah, good. So it seems like no, text is long. मैं अब क्या बोलूं, हादिया. Text is long. अच्छा चलो. It seems like a lot of people have actually started doing freelancing and social media marketing, because in a group I saw a couple of individual posts, people telling others that they've won a social media marketing contract. No targeted secondary keywords. Okay, Ghazi Saab, this is interesting. अच्छा जी, एक और आई है, मेरा लैपटॉप नहीं वर्क कर रहा यार। चंदा देख इसका लैपटॉप चला दो यार. Title and description. No, that's fine, Mama. There's nothing wrong with it. Backing is effective for website. अच्छा चलो ठीक है. Saima, good. It's thank you, Smile. Proud of you, bro. Lead generation. I get order. चलो जी, proud of you. I don't know what आपका नाम क्या है? Enfun. Image is not relevant. I think image is a master stroke, by the way. Even though it is irrelevant, we are talking about VoIP phones, but I still believe this image grabs attention. Category is not correct. It doesn't make any difference. Image optimization doesn't make any difference. Come on, yaar, there must be something. I've taught you guys 3 classes of blogging. You surely can identify a problem here. I was expecting a lot of problems, but you guys are still focusing on, I guess, something that's pretty obvious. Date in the URL, year in the URL. Introduction is too long. Okay, Maria. Okay, I mean, that's fine. Heading is using backlink. Hadia, for a change, comes up with an interesting comment. Never ever use a link in your heading. A heading should be separate from any link. So that's a very, very good observation. But Hadia, you still need to come up with a second problem here. Copywriting has got nothing to do with this content writing. Right, right. Sir, liking your today's style in English. Sir, my daily style in English is always like this style, sir. This is a great style I have been following for a very long time, sir. Heading should not have a backlink. So that's given. Hadia brought my attention to that point, Vesap. So that point is taken care of. Always keep man in your mind. पता नहीं क्या हाफिज साहब ने क्या साइंस मारी है. Don't use offensive words. अच्छा ठीक है. सरमद साहब ने भी कुछ अंग्रेजी मारी है. What else? Offensive words. मिसाल के तौर पे कैसे offensive words नहीं आप use कर सकते अपना blog में? Let's brainstorm more on it. Three backlinks. I mean, there are a lot of backlinks. I understand they should not be there. So yeah, I understand that's a problem. Paragraph should contain less sentences. Interesting. Sir, your video is in Urdu language on English forum. I don't know what does that mean. So I'm your student of 18. Okay, that's fine enough. Thin content. I think that's reasonably long enough, no, Sufyan? I think that's pretty thick enough. Picture I thought was interesting because even though it's irrelevant, but still it grabs the attention. 2021 not yet come. Okay, I mean, anyways, I see. I mean, good efforts. Very good effort, guys. Very good effort. But the problem is actually elsewhere. It's something different here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring your attention to a shop. Okay? Assumingly, you enter a shop and you want to buy a phone. What is that thing that could prove in an instrumental, could play an instrumental role, prove instrumental in your decision making? What is that one thing? Forget about commenting now, guys. Now I want to have your attention, because if I'm able to make you understand the importance of the point I'm about to make, as a blogger, you probably would ace it in a very few attempts than it took me to get it right. Dummy. Okay. Color scheme, display. Okay. Now let's try to get more relevant word here that fits in with a problem I see in this blog post. Fine. Display is one problem. Dummy, okay. So come up with a more relevant term. Showing credibility. No, credibility has got nothing to do with once you enter a shop. For example, I enter a shop, a phone company. I enter a shop that sells smartphones. And smartphones, what would be the first thing I would want to see if I want to buy an Apple iPhone 12? सोचो 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 बहुत दिमाग है तुम लोगों का मुझे पता है video. Okay, so I enter a shop and I ask them to show me a video, huh? मतलब शेख साहब कुछ भी display. What could be a relevant word uh, similar to display? I've given you a good hint here, folks. What could be a more relevant word? You got to give it to me. I mean, show some common sense. Stop writing, your comments. You enter a shop. I'm a shopkeeper. I'm selling smartphones. You're looking for Apple. Thank you, Mir yaar. शुक्र है कोई पढ़ा लिखा साइंसदान भी इधर पर नजर आया. What would you ask? You would definitely want a visual representation. You would want to see that thing. Now, in a case of a blog, how could you do it? How could you do it? Common sense, folks. In a case of shop, you get in, you ask for an Apple phone, you see that product lying on a shelf, shopkeeper picks it up, shows it to you, and you physically examine a product. That's seeing, right? The word is seeing. The word is seeing. Forget about specs, forget about price, forget about anything else. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see that product. I'm going to examine that product. How do I do it when it comes to a written blog post? Of course, pictures, yaar. Common sense. I'm selling a product without 3D view. तभी पाकिस्तान तरक्की नहीं कर रहा तुम लोगों की वजह से कितना मैं पढ़ाऊं so you got to show the images related to a product if you want your blog to be read and if you want users engagement. Does that make sense, folks? Say I. It's a pretty common thing. Why do you think of far across avenues? Why do you go so much far away? Why don't you stick there and think about basics? Think about basics first. And instead of going far away, stay there and think about basics. A basic for a blog is someone's gonna look for the pictures because it's a written blog post. So that's the first thing. What is the second mistake, guys, in this blog post? I want you to open it again because if I'm able to make you understand about the problems, next time when you create a blog post related to a product, you will not make these mistakes. So, first one is amazing, right? No visual representation, no picture, and a product cannot be sold without a picture. So there's no image related to any of the 5 products. What is the second thing? In a blog post, not talking about prefix, URLs, nothing. I'm talking about blog post, and it's as important as not showing a picture for a product. सोचो सोचो पहले जवाब दे चुके तुम लोग अब तुम लोग चूंकि मैंने डराया धमकाया तो तुम लोग you're distracted here. Fine, I get to see the picture. What's next? What would be the next thing I'll be looking for? Description. Interesting. Uh, okay, that's a good phone. What would be the next question you're gonna ask the shopkeeper? You physically examine it. Thank you, Sra. पता नहीं यार, या तो सारों ने पी हुई है या भंग हुए हो, क्या हुआ तुम लोगों को? थैंक यू दी यार, थैंक यू. या मेरी अंग्रेजी ज्यादा टफ हो गई है? खुशी को ना आस्क फॉर प्राइस. ऐसे नहीं करते हो ये? ओके, शो मी दिस थिंग. दैट्स द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन यू आस्क व्हेन यू एंटर अ शॉप. And when you physically examine a product, the next question 90% of the people ask is, भाई ये प्राइस कितने दिए, कितने का है ये? You're gonna ask this. So how do you expect a viewer or a visitor on your blog post to engage with your content, buy your product without getting an answer to these two preliminary questions? And they are basic preliminary questions. Now, this will open your mind next time when you write a blog post. Yes or no? Yes or no? So you're going to specify a price against a model, not just the baseline. So if you have looked at the iPhone 12 that was introduced last night, the first thing I made sure in the blog post, I have it somewhere in the on the Being Guru blog. You can go and search for it. By the way, Apple introduced 4 flagship models of iPhone 12 at their event yesterday, and amazing. I mean, iPhones. But when I wrote a blog post about it, there were 2 things I wanted to make sure are shown in my content. The first being the picture. If I can have a video, thank you very much. And the second is price across all 4 models. So the baseline is 600 and it goes all the way to 1000 for iPhone 12 Pro Max. When you're writing a blog post, try to provide as much information as you best possibly can. Because by providing the information, you are actually answering a lot of questions a customer might just have. If you're selling a product, if you are showcasing a product, if you are talking about a product, definitely these 2 questions have to be answered. Picture, I want to see it, how it looks. If I can get a video of it, that's even better. And the second thing is, I need to see a price of that particular product. Now, if I can provide these 2 things when I'm talking about a product blog post, automatically I've got an attention of my visitor. How about we brainstorm one another mistake? And there is one more mistake that should be avoided when you are writing a blog post. I want you to go back and find out. These 3 things, if addressed in your blog post, I think would make you a perfect blogger if you are writing about a product or even a service. What else? Features. Features. Okay. Call to action is there, yaar. Benefits. Prajwal, high five, yaar. If you are writing about a product or if you are writing about a service, educate user about the benefit of this product. Let them make a decision if you are talking about different products in a one blog post. Don't be a judge. Let users make their own mind and put a thumb on a product they like the most. Don't give a verdict, don't give your judgment. But as a content writer, as a blogger, now I'm going to come and convert this to social media marketing in a moment, because I think I've done my I've done justice to coming live tonight. 100 odd people, and I'm sure you must be brainstorming. साले का दिमाग कितना चलता है? चलता इसलिए कि कर करके बुढ़ा हो गया. Been doing this for 4 years, 2016, 2020. When you're talking about a product, when you're talking about the services, always educate your user, viewer, reader with the benefits of that particular product and service. What is in it for them? I want you to write it down. What is in it for them? जब ये सोचोगे ना कि why should somebody not just read it but also pick up their phone or write an email to show interest about this particular product. Yeah, statistics is another good thing, maybe infographics. Now we are thinking, शुक्र है खुदा का वास्ता कुछ दिमाग चला तुम लोगों का कोई 26 मिनट बाद. But now we are thinking, what is in it for them? Always think about you rather than me. So flip it other way around. And when you talk about this is the best product, this is the product John F. Kennedy used, this is the product Lama Iqbal used, that's not gonna go far along in completion of the objective. An objective is to create a call to action. Objective is to convince someone to show their interest for that product or a service. So 3 things that were terribly missing in this blog post. I didn't write it. I just saw it, and then I immediately identified the problems, called my writer, and he was like, "ये आपको इतनी बातें आती कैसे हैं?" बेटा कर करके बूढ़ा हो गया. आसमान से नहीं आई है, कर करके बूढ़ा हो गया. ऐसे नहीं कि it started with freelancing and I know a heck about digital marketing, social media marketing, blogging, YouTube, digital products, affiliate marketing, कर करके आई है. So always account for these 3 basic things if you are writing about a product or giving a review. A, show them the pictures. B, if you can show the videos, even better. C, talk about the pricing. Give them exact pricing. No hidden cost here. Off the shelf, stamped price. That's it. And then talk about the benefits, the features of that product. What should be, what exactly is included in it, and why it could benefit me if I make a decision and buy this product. This is how by writing a blog post, and I want everybody to become a writer, you can flip this feature into a video as well. I'm going to create a video about this tomorrow, okay? And promise me that all of you who are watching this stream right now will watch my video. I'm going to create a content about these 5 products and the mistakes my writer has made in writing this article. I'm going to correct them when I create a video. ठीक है ना? So I'm going to do it tomorrow. As a blogger, if you can write about something, why can't you create a video about it? Right? So if you have written about something, pick up your cam and record a video about it. 5 best business phones. Even though VIP is banned in Pakistan, but I mean, I'm not selling a service here. I'm just trying to educate. But I've just promised you guys I'm going to create a video about this tomorrow. Who knows? I might just end up doing it tonight. And in these 5 phones, here's what I'm going to show in the video: pictures, features, benefits, pricing. That's it. I'm trying to educate the user who has come on to my blog post or is watching my video and wants to know that. What does a user wants to know? खुदा का वास्ता मुझे मायूस ना करा, मैंने एंड का बटन दबा देना है. What is that only one thing user wants to know? जो भी लिखवाया तुम लोगों को. Pay attention to what I'm trying to them. Thank you, Hafsa. High five. The only thing user wants to know is what is in it for me. And then the pricing, the feature, the benefits, the pictures, that's all supplementary. They aid this main context. What is in it for me? That's what blogging is all about. That's what copywriting is all about. And when you create a social media ad, I told you I'm going to connect it with the social media final example. Create an ad by keeping your visitor in mind and answer just one question: what is in it for you? अब बताओ, सबके सब काम आसान हो गए? से आए, और जो कंफ्यूज है वो भी लिखे को नहीं आए. को नहीं आए. इससे ज्यादा आसान तरीके से मैं बताऊं, सेठ गोडन भी नहीं समझा सकता. सीरियसली, honestly, no self praise, but I'm telling you what exactly I've been experiencing on social media platforms for all this year. चलो जी, वड्डा है. अच्छा जी, ठीक है जी. Now, using this example, I'm gonna send you an invite link. Come on the video and tell me what you have learned from this exercise. I'm not gonna talk about your freelancing problems or your blogging problems. There's an exercise I've done for the last 32 minutes precisely. Right? Streamlined way of creating Facebook ads. Look, we have covered Facebook ads in the best possible way, and I've even created an ad and shown you the results. Not sure if you have seen it, but you need to see one of the lectures. I think it was done in the second class. We created an ad, and again, it was pretty much similar to what we have done tonight. If you want to join this stream, I want to learn from you regarding this example. So Sufyan is here. Sufyan, Assalamu alaikum.
वालेकुम अस्सलाम. सब खैरियत से?
अल्लाह का शुक्र. क्या सीखा आज की एग्जांपल से? सिर्फ आज ही की बात करनी, और पे बात नहीं करनी.
Sir, this is a very basic common questions which an individual whenever entered to buy any product, he must or she must or would like to know about the um, uh, product. He wants to feel actually. He wants to just not look. He wants to
Examine
feel
it.
actually.
Examine
And
it.
I am a bit disargue with you because the pictures are already posted on the wall inside the mobile shop, which are latest models, right? But
Right.
he want to, but in fact he want to feel, so he want to see in a dummy mobile, so he can
In a
feel it, na?
physical world, Sufyan,
Ah,
it's different.
yeah.
Yes, I agree with you. In a physical world, it's
So he
different.
just
But what I was trying to
then
emphasize is how do you do it in a virtual environment? That's what I was
yeah.
trying to emphasize. Because
Okay,
you
okay,
can't feel
okay.
a dummy in a virtual environment, right? So the point was,
Right.
if you can't physically examine a product, there must be other way around. What is that? And
Right.
it was by showing them a picture or a video.
Hmm. Absolutely, absolutely. And
Now,
the
how do
second thing,
how do we convert this into a social media ad? That's what I want to know.
sir, of course, when let's say I am marketing a brand of Eastern clothes, right?
Right, right.
Right? And really, I am selling my product in US and Canadian market to those
Mm,
women who are looking for the Eastern wear, who don't want to access the mall of packages or Centaurus Mall in
mm,
Pakistan. So I target them in US, Canada, and Saudi Arabia to give them access my product in their country with with the brand new launch, like the new volume of Sapphire, right?
mm.
So I would now what I do, that I show the pick the thumbnails from their original websites,
True.
okay, in the true manner. What it looks like, they must need to feel that product just when they get it in their hands. The female, when she get in their hand, so it should be looks like that. So what I did, then I show them the thumbnail over my on my ad with the price, right? Absolutely the same price which is marked by the company, because if you do some hanky panky, that will not return back or will not trust you that whether the product would be a
Right.
original or not,
Ah,
in my
ah,
point of view. maybe
yeah.
maybe you correct me. And
Yeah. No, no, no. Nicely explained. I mean, there could be a different point of views, and there could be a different approaches to, advertise or market a brand virtually. So there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, you pinpointed and highlighted something that's absolutely important and should be accounted for. Agreed.
thank you, thank
Chalo,
you.
मैं अब आगे चल रहा हूँ. So that's a
Okay,
very
sure.
relevant example.
Okay.
Janab Hadia, how are you?
I'm good. What about you?
I'm good. What did you learn from this exercise we did for a good about 30 minutes? uh, what did you learn from the problems we have identified, and what is your solution of creating an ad after identifying all the problems? How would you create an ad, a social media ad, that would highlight the benefits we have just discussed? How would you do it?
So the last point, but the most important point, I not for in my eyes, this is the most important point, that we need to tell the viewer that what is it, the content I'm tell, the thing I'm selling, what are the key points in this, that how will that point, that product, 1 minute, how will that product help the client, or how will that benefit the client basically. So what are
How
the
will it
benefits that the
benefit?
client will get.
Very nice. How will it benefit? Very nice.
So so when we are writing an ad, like you said, we're gonna write an ad on Facebook, we need to also copywriting, but we also need to keep this in mind that that the person who is viewing this ad only views the product because it gets into his interest. मतलब वो
Hmm.
उसके इंटरेस्ट में आ रहा है, वो उसको
Right,
बता रहा है कि उसके बेनिफिट में है, वो फिर ही उसको क्लिक करेगा या वो फिर
right,
ही उसको बाय करेगा. सो वी नीड टू गेट
right.
tell engage the client by telling him the benefits
So
and also
benefits
image.
is what you want to focus on. What is
Yes,
in it for you? है ना?
exactly.
Right, right. Wonderful, Hadia. चलो ठीक है. Thank you. जी, Hassan साहब, you need to unmute.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Wassalam.
Walaikum. Sir, today we have learned a lot from you. We have learned how to brainstorming about our product, and we have learned that how to write a blog post. The main thing we learned today is that try to write in such a perspective that the reader thinks that this blog post is for me. Try to answer the questions which were in the mind of the reader, and
Hassan,
we have learned
can I
that.
can I stop you here for a second?
Yes, sir.
No, the if I tell you a little story, everybody who's watching the stream right now, there's an amazing story, and I'll try to wrap it up in 5 minutes. So I would request you to hear this out.
Okay, sir.
I learned the importance of using appropriate related pictures by going through a very harsh experience. So here I am talking to a Syrian client on Guru message board, trying to convince him to hire me for his web development project. And all of a sudden, the guy asked me, uh, "Can we have a Skype conversation?" And I thought, okay, fine. So I gave him my Skype handle. He added me on Skype. I called him. He asked me to turn the video on. I, turned the video on. And the first thing he said was something that was about to change my mind forever. And I would try to mimic him in a Syrian Arab accent, more like a movie dictator. Salman, zara gaur se sunna. Listen, you want to have my business? Okay, yeah, of course. That's what I'm trying to do, and that's why I placed my bid on your project. Hey, what is the first thing you notice when you go to a lawyer's shop? We don't have a lawyer's shop here in this part of the world. But I understand it might just be different in Syria. But he's trying to highlight the importance of one important thing you probably should notice when you enter a lawyer's office. So, Dr. Amir, the first thing we notice is lawyer wearing a black suit and a white shirt and a black pant, and that's it. That's how lawyers look like all over the world. No, my friend, that's not how it works. Okay, then educate me how it works. The first thing you notice is you see a lot of books in the back of the lawyer wherever he sits. Goodness gracious, how could I be so stupid that I could miss this important thing out? Yes, yes. Whenever you enter a lawyer's office, you see a tons of law books on their back lying nicely on a shelf that tells everybody that this guy is a lawyer. Now brainstormed it a little further. If you watch the videos of Islam scholars, 90% of them follow the same pattern: books behind their back. What does that depict? Surely there must be something. Yeah, he was a lawyer. Turned out later he was a corporate lawyer who did his law from a school of Michigan. But anyways, I won his business. He was into sports supplements, and I won his business because that guy educated me about the importance of showing the relevant pictures for your business. And ever since, I realized the importance of, showing the relevant pictures for your business. And I'm gonna mute your mic for a second. And that was something absolutely amazing and would prove to be an eye opener for rest of my life as long as I'm into this business. That if you want to sell something, show appropriate relevant pictures that depict your business. It could be pictures in a virtual environment, it could be a ambience or a product that well resonates with your business in a physical environment. Whatever it is, try to resonate it with your business line. So that's where I learned the importance of using pictures for products. And the first thing I saw the blog, and I called Mudassar up and I said, "Yeah, ये तुमने लिखा है?" "Sir, ये साहब मैंने लिखा है." ये सारे मुझे साहब कहते हैं. And there's a big story about it. Um, it's actually related to Sunere then, where Subedar is called as Saab in PMA, and I'm pretty much like this. I mean, that's how I've raised these kids up. They were just college graduates when they joined me, and I have 98% employee retention, and this is something that has been with me for last 15 years. So much for my training and leadership maybe. But anyways, साहब क्या है, ठीक तो लिखा है. Where are the pictures? Why would somebody even look at the pictures? You're talking about a product and there's no picture in the blog post. How do you even expect somebody to, continue reading your blog? अच्छा चलो डाल दूंगा. Fine, picture is not the only thing that's missing in this blog. It's just the tip of the iceberg. Where are the features? Where are the benefits of this product? और साहब ब्लॉग पोस्ट है, वैसे भी हम कुछ भी लिखे 1,000 likes तो वैसे ही आ जाते. With this perception, you're gonna end up bumping against a wall, just like Nokia did, just like Kodak did when they were at the prime of their careers. You can't take things for granted कि जी बीइंग गुरु पे ब्लॉग पोस्ट जाएगा तो 1,000 likes तो आ ही जाने हैं यार, वैसे भी पैसे आ जाने. If we keep on making same mistakes again and again, stupidity is making same mistakes again and again. So that was my idea of educating you guys uh, by telling you what I've observed and then brainstorming it in a live process. So Hassan, continue. I'm sorry to stop you here, but it was something I wanted to point out.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one thing I want to add in your discussion that people love new things. Na, about when a new product is launched, people want to know what is new in it. So we should highlight the new features in it because as iPhone launched a new mobile, na, he featured the new features in it, highlighted the new features in it. So we should highlighted new features in our blog post.
Abs-
This is in my mind. It is in my
Absolutely,
mind.
absolutely. So uh,
Thank you, sir.
turns out, thank you very much. Turns out when Apple launched iPod, they didn't talk about uh, better storage. They could have, given out that feature. Instead, they converted that feature into a benefit. Now you can store more than 1,000 songs, and all of a sudden, everybody was, paying a lot of attention to iPod. Wow, that is 10x time higher than a normal CD could hold. A great benefit. So instead of talking about the feature, talk about the benefit and convert it into a benefit. Thank you, son. So I'm going to go to Irfan Saabji.
Thank,
Irfan Saab, you need to unmute your mic.
Assalamualaikum sir.
Aslam.
Assalamualaikum sir.
Walaikum salam.
Assalamualaikum sir.
Walaikum salam.
Sir, you gave a good example to explain our content marketing. Like you create a content strategy. It is a good strategy to tell about your product of your customer, and it's I thinking about how we create a content. It is the I think is the best strategy to create a content in the mind that you should give the answer of how is this content customer or your audience is the best strategy, sir.
Yeah.
So
Talk about
much
their
avenue
interest. Talk
you
about
offer for us.
their interest. Very nicely stated. Thank you very much. Now, if I ask you, Irfan Saab, to create a Facebook ad, what
Sir, I
that
can't.
include?
Sir, I can't speak English. Sir, I can't speak English, but you give me a chance. I have so surprised that I open my new avenue. Sir, is so
सर
much
बहुत अच्छी
thankful
बोल
to
रहे
you.
हैं, रुकना नहीं है, बहुत अच्छी बोल रहे हैं, रुकना नहीं है इरफान भाई. You're doing great job.
Sir, first time, sir, I speak English on this live channel, and
देखा,
I surprised
यही काम था मेरा,
for
लोगों
myself
को चलाना, and
that
that's what
I
I have
speak
done.
English.
लोगों को चलाना. अभी देखना सारे बोलेंगे. And forget about grammar, forget about
Yes,
spelling mistakes, forget about proper English. The idea is just to
yes,
get
sir.
started, and you only get better when you practice something over a period of time. Let me tell you something interesting. So when I started my first class, let me tell you something interesting, guys. I want your attention. 3 weeks later, I have actually experienced a lot of improvement in my content delivery, in my English, as well as in my confidence of facing camera. No, I'm no exception. I've not been doing this for
Yeah,
over a long period of time. But the answer lies in continuity. More you do it, better you will get. So इरफान साहब डरना नहीं है, प्रैक्टिस जारी रहनी चाहिए साड़ी. जिथे रुक गए उथे काम खराब हो जाना है. Keep doing this, bro. Okay, you are welcome.
thank
Salman,
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
how are you?
ठीक सर, आप सुनाएं सर।
A1 A1, क्या हालत है?
यस सर, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सर मैं थोड़ा सा पॉइंट आउट करना चाह रहा हूँ वो वाली सर आईफोन वाले एग्जांपल को। मैं कल उन्हीं की पोस्ट देखा था अपनी उनकी वेबसाइट पे। सर आई सॉ अबाउट एक्सेसरीज ऑफ फेसबुक, सॉरी सर आईफोन, एक्सेसरीज ऑफ आईफोन। सर वो पॉइंट आउट एक्सेसरीज को ज्यादा कर रहे थे,
हाँ,
अपनी एक्सेसरीज को बेचने के जितने फीचर्स, उसके फोन के फीचर्स सारे कनेक्ट किए एक्सेसरीज के साथ। और मजे की बात ये है एक्सेसरीज ज्यादा महंगी है उस फोन की निस्बत।
exactly.
उन्होंने वॉलेट का फीचर दिया अपने, इसके अलावा वायरलेस चार्जर फीचर दिया, और सब लोग वो परचेज करते हैं। वो कहते हैं आईफोन के साथ वो लाजमी है, वरना वो उसका फीचर मेंशन
चलेगा
नहीं
ही.
होगा।
अब
वो
वायरलेस
अजीब सी एक
तो चलेगा ही.
स्टूडेंट के साथ उसके साथ इतनी वैल्यू बना दी इन्होंने कि वो ऑटोमेटिकली कस्टमर के दिमाग में बात है कि वो वैल्यू है उस चीज की।
Exactly.
सर ये मैं दो क्वेश्चन रेज मैं करना चाहा था। इफ वी यूज रियल रिव्यूज इन ब्लॉग, real person reviews,
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's not reviews; it's usually testimonials, but it works
yes
in a long way. I mean, that's not a bad idea.
सर ये भी था कि if marketing is this is every product shows good, or we can show cons of their product or not.
Dekho, there are two ways to go about it. A, you pick in the popular icons, those people who are popular, and then you ask them to give a testimonial about your product and service. That is the much expensive route because not everybody is going to talk about your product and service. For example, when you look at the real estate examples, all the famous real estate examples, they use the services of famous TV actors, even though those TV actors have got nothing to do with marketing or buying an apartment or a shop. The ad is talking about, but still, since you use the power of influencers, that's called influencer marketing. So therefore, you are getting a testimonial out of them. First hands knowledge. The second thing is you just fake it up. So you pick few people and you ask them to talk about the benefit of this product. My inner intuition says the second part is not going to work because it's as irrelevant as not showing something that probably highlights the feature of a product because you're making an attempt just to show testimonials from the people who probably are not even known, not even well known, right? So my advice here is to probably skip this idea and go for a much more visual representation. Maybe you can use 3D modeling to show your product because when you show when you show a 3D modeling of a product, all of a sudden you got an attention. Video grabs 30% of the attention as compared to the pictures. So therefore, maybe instead of faking it up, a good idea would be to invest in creating a video that could probably create an excitement. Does that make sense, Salman?
Yes sir.
चलो, अगर मैं तुम्हें कहूं ad बनाना है, how would you create an ad about the problem we have discussed? 5 best phones. And I'm going to create a video about this tomorrow, folks, on my main channel as well as on this channel. Urdu में भी बनाऊंगा, English में भी बनाऊंगा. Don't worry about it. Because I want you guys to learn from this.
सर फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल देखिए ऐसा टैगलाइन आप अच्छी से देंगे कि न्यू इन्वेंशन या फिर इस तरह फोन्स लॉन्च होने की। सेकंड आप पिक्टोरियल फॉर्म में उसको या वीडियो कोई जिस तरह प्रोडक्ट फोटोग्राफी या प्रोडक्ट वीडियोस आती हैं, वो साथ
Yeah,
अटैच करनी अच्छी रह जाती हैं।
yeah, that's a good
थर्ड
idea.
ये, और थर्ड सर प्राइसिंग के हिसाब से अगर देखा जाए, कंपैरिजन करके मेरे हिसाब से करें ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा किसी चीज़ के साथ
Ah,
कंपेयर करके, सिंगल रेट।
wonderful. A comparison could be a good idea. Hey, did you know about all these things before, enrolling into this training program? I want you to be honest, Salman.
नो सर,
Wow.
सर आई स्टार्ट
I think
दिस अबाउट around during these class sessions.
nothing gives me more satisfaction than coming across people like you who are very promising, who are brainstorming about different opportunities, different possibilities. And I think I've done a good justice to the time I've spent in training you folks. I think this is very interesting, yeah. So I'm going to move to Rabia. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ji Rabia.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
Walaikum salam.
सर मैं ऑन द स्पॉट आपको एक एग्जांपल मेकअप प्रोडक्ट की देना चाहूँगी,
Right?
जिसमें हम पहले तो हमारे जो प्रोडक्ट है वो ओरिजिनल होनी चाहिए, ठीक है।
Okay.
फिर उसके जो बेनिफिट्स हैं वो एक वीडियो में मुझे लगता है ज़्यादा एम्फेसिस देंगे,
Right.
ठीक है। और जो हम उसके बेनिफिट्स बताएंगे कि किस स्किन टोन के लिए ठीक रहेगी, और जो फॉर हाउ मेनी आवर्स इट कैन बी स्टे ऑन योर स्किन, इस तरह के। फिर ऑर्गेनिक और नॉन ऑर्गेनिक, इस तरह के, क्योंकि जो लोग हैं आजकल प्रेफर करते हैं ऑर्गेनिक,
Okay.
तो
Cool.
इस तरह के जो एडवर्टीजमेंट है वो हम कर सकते हैं।
Wonderful. Good idea. Very good idea and good thinking process, Rabia. I like it.
ठीक है सर, मैं आपको एक बात बताना चाहूँगी। मैं इंग्लिश किया है लिटरेचर में, तो पहले मैं राइटिंग करती थी, कोटेशंस वगैरह लिखना, लेकिन वो डिपेंड करता था मेरे मूड पे। लेकिन जब से मैंने आपकी क्लासेस लेना स्टार्ट किया, अब मैंने एक आर्टिकल लिखा है मेंटल हेल्थ पर, मतलब योर क्लासेस मेकिंग मी मोर पैशनेट अबाउट माई
Wonderful.
सेल्फ,
Wonderful.
अबाउट राइटिंग
Keep doing
एंड
it. Do not stop. Well done. Well done. Proud of you. Do not stop. Keep doing it.
थैंक यू सर।
You're welcome. Ji Janab, what is that? Hunia?
Hanaya, sir.
Ji, Assalamu alaikum.
Hanaya. Walaikum assalam. I
Hanaya.
hope you're doing fine, sir.
Absolutely fine.
Hanaya, yes, sir. Okay. The thing about the blog, I just realized that since the phones are quite in run now, and every other day a new phone is being launched, so for this kind of advertisement or this kind of blog, we must focus on the unique selling point of the product. Whenever we are writing the blog or advertising any product, the first thing at the front should be its unique selling point. Either it could be its price, it could be its unique feature, it could be something like iPhone, the other products of iPhone, that it connects with the other things that you're wearing, like the accessories which we talked about just now. So what I feel that it's not a new product. Cell phone is not a new thing in the market. Just the thing which is being innovated, that should be
So
the
innovation
top-notch
is
line.
the
And
striking point according to Hunaya.
yes, innovation
Yes.
and the unique selling point, whatever it should
USP.
be. कि या तो ये बहुत सस्ता है तो भी आप उसको ही हाईलाइट करें, या ये आपकी बाकी की सारी थीम लाइन के साथ जा रहा है, जैसे आईफोन की हम बात कर रहे थे, तो भी आप उसी को हाईलाइट करेंगे, उस एक बात को, या ये बहुत खूबसूरत है तो भी आप उस एक चीज को हाईलाइट करेंगे. सो एनीथिंग that is the unique selling point, it should be on the top and most highlighted. That's what I think about any product selling or
Taking
brand.
this opportunity, since I still have you on the screen,
Great.
what if I ask you a simple question? Were you able to think on these lines before starting these training videos, or the training videos has helped you?
So to be honest, I'm an MBA marketing, but
Wow! Oh, yeah.
but there is a but along with it. It's been 15 years now, and I'm totally a housewife now. So I had completely forgotten each and everything. And as I told many times that I'm completely out of technology right now. And your videos have seriously brought me back in this field, in any kind of field, to work on myself, to work for myself, and to uh, remember and recall everything that I learned many years ago. So
Wonderful.
it really has helped me. Yes, and
Wonderful.
I'm
And
really
don't
trying
stop. The key is not to stop.
not
You
to
should be
stop, but
fine.
I have a couple of things to ask of you, if you may please. Sir, as I told you that I'm completely out of technology
Mm,
and I'm trying to consume as much knowledge as I can along with my household duties, because this time it is a little busy time for a housewife, you might understand. So I try to take all the classes. I have just missed maybe one or two classes, but I'm trying to consume the knowledge, but I haven't taken any step yet. I haven't made any accounts or downloaded anything or
mm,
anything like that. I'm just trying to consume the knowledge, but I'm being able to understand a bit about my skill set. I'm just working upon my niches. And one thing I requested you last time too, that I only want you to make just 2 or 3 minute videos to show us how are the apps or the widgets that you talk about are going to show when a newcomer like me is going to open that kind of app,
mm, mm.
because
I'm going
you
to create
usually
these different playlists, and I'm sure that I'm going to create a lot of videos regarding all
because
these
it shows a
topics. I
little bit of
think I'm going to
familiarity.
do it.
Yes, I understand that we should try on our own, लेकिन जब हम उसको खोल के देखें एक किसी नई ऐप को या विजिट को, अब मैं वो वाला मिलेनियल्स का बच्चा हूँ जिसको बड़े भाई कहते थे कि इसको हाथ ना लगाना, डिलीट हो जाएगा, सारा कंप्यूटर फट जाएगा, वो वाला बच्चा.
Gotcha.
So uh, that's why I just want you to make just a couple of videos जो इन widgets को, इन apps को एक दफा खोल के, आपका being guru क्योंकि हम देख चुके हैं काफी दफा,
Right.
so it's on some level. लेकिन एक नया बंदा कैसे खोले, कैसे बनाए, एक दफा एक छोटी छोटी सी videos के अंदर अगर हमें पता चल जाए तो it will be easier. And one more thing sir, हम blog बना लेंगे और उसको start भी कर लेंगे, websites भी बना लेंगे या YouTube जो भी है, लेकिन द स्टेप फिर हमने उसको मोनेटाइज कैसे करना है, यानी वो जिस कहते हैं ना कौन सा बटन दबाएंगे या कहाँ एप्लीकेशन देंगे,
वो
या वो
मैंने
खुद ही कर लेते हैं.
वो मैंने बताया था फर्स्ट वीडियो में कि that you'll have to sign up for Google AdSense. That's the word
वो
here.
मुझे समझ नहीं आया सर सही से,
So I'll
अगर
do
वो
it
आप एक
again.
दफा.
Don't worry.
Yes,
In a
please
blogging
do.
class tomorrow, that's Thursday,
Right.
remind
Yes,
me in a comment section that I need to talk about Google AdSense. I'll surely do it.
please do sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Ji
Assalamu
Amir
alaikum
Saab.
sir.
Assalam. Ji Amir Hamza.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर.
Assalam. How are you?
सर सब अल्लाह का शुक्र सर, ठीक ठाक. सर सबसे पहले तो मैं आप शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूँगा आपका. दोबारा से तीसरी मरतबा आपसे बात हो रही है, तीसरी मरतबा, कि आपकी वजह से मुझे पता चला है कि मैं किस चीज़ में अच्छा हूँ, मुझे अपने पैशन का पता चला है.
Wonderful.
अब हुआ ये है कि मेरे कज़न का ना वो मैगज़ीन चला रहे हैं, मंथली मैगज़ीन वो निकालते हैं, तो उनका
Right.
काम काफ़ी अच्छा चल रहा है. तकरीबन मैं 6 महीने से उनके साथ काम कर रहा हूँ.
Mhm.
तो आपकी वीडियोस देखने के बाद मैंने उनसे कहा है कि क्यों ना हम एक मार्केटिंग एजेंसी बनाएं, सोशल मीडिया मार्केटिंग एजेंसी बनाते
बिल्कुल
हैं,
सही.
क्योंकि ऑलरेडी उनका नाम यहाँ पे बिकता है. लोग उनको उनके जो खबरनामा मैगजीन है उनका खबरनामा के नाम से ही जानते हैं. मैंने कहा बजाय इसके कि मैं बिल्कुल नए सिरे से स्टार्ट करूं, उन्हीं को साथ लेके चलता हूं. उनको समझाना बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल था, मतलब कि इतना मैं उनको समझा के 2-3 घंटे लगा के मैं उनको पूरी तफसील से बताता हूँ क्या क्या होगा, कौन कौन से स्टेप्स होंगे, हम ये फॉलो करेंगे. अच्छा, वो सुनते रहते, फिर कहते हैं, एंड पे कहते हैं कि मुझे समझ नहीं है, लेकिन जो तुम करना चाह रहे हो तुम करो.
ये बैठिए.
तो अब हमने ऑफिस
किधर
लिया
हो
है
भाई?
बहरिया टाउन में, सिविक सेंटर में. जी,
और
बहरिया टाउन सिविक सेंटर में. तो मेरे कज़न ने मुझे ऑफिस लेके दिया वहाँ पे. तो मैंने कहा है कि एक स्टूडियो बना दें, क्योंकि उनका जो ज़्यादातर काम होता है, पॉलिटिशियंस वगैरह आते हैं उनके पास, बड़े बड़े जो रियल एस्टेट के लोग होते हैं वो आते हैं. तो मैंने कहा चले वहीं से उन्हीं से स्टार्ट कर लेते हैं.
okay.
تو وہاں جا کے مجھے ایک آفر آ گئی ہے, ایک بندے سے بات ہوئی ہے, جس طرح آپ نے کہا تھا کہ جو لائک مائنڈیڈ ہوگا بندہ وہ آپ کے ساتھ رابطہ کرے گا, وہ آپ کی بات سمجھے گا. تو اس بندے نے مجھے کہا ہے کہ سوشل میڈیا مارکیٹنگ آپ ہماری کرو, ساتھ میں گرافک ڈیزائننگ بھی مجھے آتی ہے, تو وہ کہہ رہا ہے کہ ہمارے ایڈز وغیرہ بھی بناؤ. تو ان کو میں نے مشورہ دیا تھا کہ آپ جس طرح کہہ رہے ہیں کہ انہوں نے مجھے اپنا فیس بک پیج دکھایا نا, تو میں نے دیکھا کہ اس میں کون کون سی ان کی کمزوریاں تھیں, ان کو میں نے بتائی ہیں کہ آپ اس طرح سے اگر مارکیٹنگ کرتے ہیں تو آپ کی زیادہ سیل ہو سکتی ہے. پھر میں نے ان کو ایک مشورہ دیا کہ ایک ویڈیو بناتے ہیں, ویڈیو کو آپ پروموٹ کریں فیس بک ایڈ کے تھرو, تو وہ والا زیادہ بہتر رہے گا ایز کمپیئر ٹو آپ ایک پکچر لگا دیں, کیونکہ اس میں صرف وہ پکچر لگاتے تھے, اس کے اوپر کوئی ڈسکرپشن, کوئی کاپی رائٹنگ کچھ بھی نہیں. میں نے کہا کاپی رائٹنگ پلس ویڈیوز کا امپیکٹ جو ہے وہ کافی اچھا پڑتا ہے. تو ان کے ساتھ میری الحمدللہ ڈیل ہو گئی ہے, ایک ان کے ساتھ کام کر رہے ہیں, تو ایک میرے اپنے کزن کے ساتھ. آج پھر میں اپنی ویب سائٹ بھی بنا رہا تھا, بلاگنگ ویب سائٹ, کیونکہ ورڈ پریس کا بھی کام میں کرتا رہا ہوں. تو میرے کزن نے مجھ سے پوچھا ہے کہ یہ تم ویب سائٹ کس کے لیے بنا رہے ہو. میں نے کہا اپنے لیے بنا رہا ہوں, کیونکہ اپنا برانڈ بھی ہونا چاہیے. تو انہوں نے اس بات کو بھی کافی اپریشیٹ کیا ہے. اب ایک بندہ ہے کتنے زیادہ کام کرے. میں خبرنامہ میگزین میں بھی ایز اے گرافک ڈیزائنر کام کر رہا ہوں, وہاں کی سوشل میڈیا مارکیٹنگ بھی, جو وہاں پہ ایک ریسٹورینٹ ہے اس کی بھی مارکیٹنگ. میں نے یہ سوچا کہ جو بلاگنگ ویب سائٹ میں بنا رہا ہوں, اس میں میرے کچھ دوست تھے, ان کو شامل کر لیا میں نے کہا آپ فل ٹائم یہاں پہ بلاگنگ کرو. 2-3 دوست تھے, تو ان کو میں نے کہا کہ آپ بلاگنگ کا کورس, میں نے آپ ہی کی جو پلے لسٹ تھی وہ ساری ان کو بھیجی ہے. میں نے کہا اس کو پی جاؤ, ان ویڈیوز کو ساری. اس کے بعد پھر ہم لوگ انشاءاللہ 1 ہفتے تک بلاگنگ کا شروع کر لیں گے. اس کے ساتھ ساتھ میرا یہ ہے کہ یوٹیوب چینل, فیس بک پہ, جتنا بھی سوشل میڈیا پہ جہاں جہاں پہ بھی ہوگا, اس کے بارے میں ویڈیوز بنایا کروں گا. یعنی جو بھی بلاگ لکھا جائے گا اسی کے بارے میں, اسی کو ایکسپلین کرنا ہے اس ویڈیو کے اندر.
بالکل ٹھیک ہے.
بس یہ تھا جو میں آپ کو بتانا چاہ رہا تھا
لیکن میک
ابھی
شور
تک.
کہ اسٹے آن ٹاپ آف اٹ. اتنی چیزیں تم نے کھول دی ہیں نا ابھی,
جی جی
چاہے دوست بلاگ لکھ رہے ہیں یا خود کچھ کر رہے ہو, میک شور کہ you keep a good eye on it, because when you let somebody to take care of your things, تو وہ اس پیشن سے نہیں کام کرتے جتنا آپ خود کر سکتے ہو. So make sure
جی
you're on
بالکل.
top. But that's it. But I think it's good going, interesting. I see you actually have probably put your hands into more things than I would, teach to do at a time. But since you have done it, چلو دیکھو نا, پتہ لگ جائے گا کہ how good you are and how deep you can go.
جی سر,
Good luck.
تھینک یو.
Hushar.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Um,
Sir, as we know that as a human, if we watch a video or buy a product or read a blog, we didn't do anything if we don't have an interest or an benefit. If we find a benefit in it, then we will watch a video or buy
right,
a product or
right, right,
anything.
right.
For example, when I watch you first time, that's your live stream with Dua Sayed, a graphic designer.
Mm,
I am a graphic designer, so I research on YouTube about graphic designers, about struggle of graphic designer to be motivated. So
mm,
I watch your live stream with Dua Sayed. From that day, I start following you.
mm-hmm.
The reason of following you was my interest, was my benefit. So that's why benefit is important.
Right.
And second thing, images. If we read a blog and it did not consist any image, we got bored. So images attract and make a good theme in blog posts, so that images and visual is more important.
True.
That's my learning from your this exercise.
Absolutely correct analysis. You got to talk about benefits, then at the same time you're going to talk uh, a lot by not even saying something, but by just showing the pictures, because picture is worth 100,000 words. That's what they say.
Yes, sir.
So I think you have pointed out the correct highlights of the discussion, and good analysis. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
You're
Sir, I
welcome.
was very afraid about talking to you about these things, but I make I built confidence in myself that you can do it, and I do it.
I
Thank you,
wish
sir.
you all the best. I wish you all the best. Good luck.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, sir.
Naman Saab. Assalamu alaikum. Can't hear you, Saji.
Listen me now.
I can hear you now.
Can you hear me, sir?
जी बिल्कुल अब आवाज आ रही है. Hello. We could
Sir,
hear you. You need to just come back.
sir,
We could hear you. Ji,
sir,
you're fine. Walaikum salam.
sir, thank you very much. First of all, for sharing us with such a very beautiful way of learning. And sir, first of all, I want to thank you. Secondly, sir, you have taught us many classes about Facebook and Instagram and of course Google AdSense. But sir, it's a very humble request to you. Please again make a video uh, in a very uh, deep way of Instagram ad for the ads of Instagram
Right.
advertisement on the Instagram.
Right.
It's first request of you, and secondly, sir. I am die-hard fan of you, sir. Thank you very much for sharing such a nice way of that. Second thing, sir, I want to share you about the uh, uh, blogging, sir. I think it's very long-term project. When you start on the blogging,
Never mind, Ji. Lazeez Saab.
आपको सर
Assalamu
वो
alaikum. Oh, he's back. Naman, you can come back. That's fine. Naman Saab, you can unmute your mic and continue from where you left.
okay, sir. Okay, sir. I think there is some problem of internet connection. That's why I can't properly conversate with you. Uh, sir, I was talking about the blogging. I think it's very long-term project, and you need very uh, strong nerves to continue the blogging. It's take a time to coming up on the Google ranking or something like that, and also a very updated information you need to run a blog. I think.
Okay. That's just the perception, I'm afraid, because the reality is far different. You do not have to talk about the trending topics. You do not have to worry about search engine optimization. If there's one advice I could give to you and everybody who's watching this video right now, that advice would be to focus on to your reader. Because once you focus on your reader, once you talk about what they want to learn from you, what they want to see in a blog post or watch in a blog video, I think half of the task is already done. Focus on your end user. That is the one silver lining, if you ask me, um, about blogging. Because at the end of the day, the one who's going to read your content is the human, right? And if a human is engaged enough to read your blog post from beginning all the way till end, you have done justice to your writing. So therefore, I would request everybody to forget about search engine optimization in the beginning. Forget about who's going to watch your content in the beginning. Instead, focus on why someone should even read your content. That's what the emphasis has to be on. Why would you read my content? What is in it for you? I keep on emphasizing on the importance of this one single sentence. What is in it for you? When you write by keeping the end user in mind, keeping a human in mind, that there's going to be a human who's going to read your content, half of the problem would probably just disappear from the face of the planet, because you're over pressurizing yourself when you're worrying about search engine optimization. You're overburdening yourself when you are thinking about the competition. What if I tell you all of this would probably be irrelevant if people engage into your content, and at the same time they're inclined to share it onto their social media. For example, if I write a blog post, I don't worry about Google. I mean, I don't care if Google indexes that blog post. I don't worry about the competitors. My competitors probably have been doing it for far long than I've ever, thought about. I've just started. Uh, you know, a late starter, a late boomer. A late bloomer does not mean that I do not stand in a chance of acing at the game. No, it's just the mind game. What if I focus on the end user as a new movie actor? Forget about blogging for now, okay? I'm going to give you an irrelevant example, taking you um, a little offline from the virtual world. As a budding actor, somebody who knows what he's doing, somebody who's got great acting skills, even if I'm a newcomer. Remember that Sushant Singh, the guy who passed away in India. He was a promising young lad because he proved his mettle with his great acting, and that's why everybody was talking about his acting, right? That's why the competitors were beginning to worry about his acting skills, that this guy might just topple them off in the long run. If you know your worth, then you do not worry about the competitors. You do not worry about the external factors. And honestly speaking, the external factors should not even be a point of concern when you're starting a new thing. If you're talking about competitors, that's an extra pressure you're putting onto yourself. If you're talking about search engine optimization when you're creating a new blog, all of a sudden that alone should suffice to discourage you from starting at first place. I mean, this should be a great discouraging factor, and then you would stop. The reason why people do not stop is because they fear competition, because they fear external factors that are absolutely irrelevant. And many of those people, they just don't start fearing those external irrelevant factors. So just like the example of Sushant Singh, I don't know where did this example came from, just on a fly, in a discussion, thought about the guy. But my point is, if you are good at something, if people watch you, if you can create an interest and excite them to continue following you. You guys did not even know who Hisham Server is. I can bet my 2 cents on this. When I started my first class, 99% of you did not even know who I am. I can assure you this. You can write it in the comment section. You probably have joined in the stream at some later stage. Maybe a friend has shared these trainings on their social media. Maybe you are coming from my main channel. I don't care wherever you're coming from. Maybe DigiSkills, whatever it is. At the end of the day, getting a recommendation is one thing, but doing justice to the reputation, that's another. And by saying that you need to do justice to your reputation, I specifically refer you to the importance of doing great work, regardless what people think about it. This is a new language. I've conducted all my trainings in English language. That was new for me as well. I mean, for a Pakistani audience, I've been doing this for an Irish audience for almost 6 years now. I've been conducting paid webinars for teaching freelancing and digital marketing. But for a Pakistani audience, this was something new. And the reason why I wanted to do it was because I wanted to have a channel where I can put content in English. Nobody's gonna watch these live streams months ahead. That's not even how YouTube algorithm works. So when somebody lands onto your YouTube channel, they're gonna see all those recorded videos. Right now, I only have like 7, 8 recorded videos. So I did this other way around, much like a budding, aspiring TV star or a movie star who started with this, small scale videos, movies, and then upscaled it to the much bigger level. Stop worrying about the factors that are irrelevant and should not even bother you. Your competition is like a student suffering from a rat race of grades at school, college, or university. That is an added pressure. Get over it. Think about a human as a as a recipient of your content. And when you're talking to humans, and when you're talking about their uh, topic of interest, naturally, if you present it nicely, they're gonna watch it. And if they're gonna watch it, this alone is a very strong point for Google to pick you up as a potential website that could be ranked for the business related keywords. So do it other way around. Instead of focusing on this air, focus on the right air, you, the one that's easily accessible. Make an effort, do your hard work, keep human in mind, because that's where the relevancy is. And if that human is somehow glued to your content, they start reading your blog post from beginning all the way till end, you've done justice. Because at the same time, Google begins to think that, look, there's a less bounce rate on this blog post, which gives them an impression that people are reading it for a longer period of time than uh, the other blog post related to this one same topic. So if I'm talking about 5 best business phones, and if you guys are reading my blog post for, let's say, 1.5 minute, and then there are other blog posts focusing on the same topic, but people are actually spending half of the time in reading that particular blog post, this is an added weight to my advantage. And Google will think that, okay, people are reading his content much longer than they are spending time on other blog posts. Let's just rank him. What are his business keywords? Okay, let's just scan through the content. 2.5 minute on on a one blog post is good enough time, right? Assumingly, if you've got a content around 1,000 words or above, so that would take around 2.5 minutes to go through a blog post of 1,000 words and above. And then Google is going to scan the content and find out the keywords, and then all of a sudden you're going to rank for those business related keywords. That is how I rank for Z Library. I wrote by keeping humans in eye rather than keeping search engine in my eye. I hope this explanation is worthy enough listening to and has clarified few confusions, if any. And I also hope that I just did not go way too philosophical in explaining the importance of writing for humans than writing for machines. Abdul Latif Saab, Assalamu alaikum. कैसे हैं? Islam. इस्लाम बोलें जी. बिल्कुल हैं, बोलिए.
सर सबसे पहले तो बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया कि आपने लाइव फोरम पे हमें आने का मौका दिया. जज़ाकल्लाह खैर. बेसिकली फ्रॉम इंडिया, साउथ इंडिया, बिल्कुल डाउन की तरफ. मैंने आपको रिसेंटली समझी कि 15 डेज बैक ही मैंने आपको यूट्यूब पे फॉलो किया है. एक्चुअली मैं बहुत सारे यूट्यूबर्स को कांटेक्ट करना चाहा, जैसे कि इस्माइल ब्लॉगर है, उर्दू हिंदी ट्यूटोरियल बहुत सारे हैं.
And We have lost him. So we're going to wait for him to come back. Hasnan Saab.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wassalam.
Sir, can you hear me?
I
Sir, first
can
of
hear.
all, I want to thank you. You are doing such a great job for the society. सर मैं आपसे तकरीबन 2 महीना पहले लाइव आया था और आपसे थोड़ा एफिलिएट मार्केटिंग के बारे में मैंने पूछा था क्योंकि मैं सऊदीया
Okay.
में होता हूँ तो आपने कहा था कि क्लिक बैंक को स्टार्ट करें और जल्दी से करें तो मैंने फिर सर एक डोमेन और होस्टिंग लेके मैंने वो स्टार्ट किया था फिर आपने कहा कि यहाँ तो अगर अमेरिका को टारगेट करना है तो सर 50 या $100 से कम पे बात नहीं बनेगी तो
Right.
उससे पहले मैंने सर पिंटरेस्ट पे अकाउंट बनाया मैंने आपके मेन चैनल पे सर सारी वीडियोस देखी मैंने इंस्टा पे अकाउंट बनाया एफबी पे पेज बनाया और पिंटरेस्ट में सर वो लिंक को डाल दिया और अपना लैंडिंग पेज के थ्रू वो सारी इन्फॉर्मेशन और 2-3 मैंने पिन्स ऐड की 2-3 बोर्ड्स नए बनाए और कुछ ट्रैफिक भी आई बट क्लिक्स और इम्प्रेशंस तो आए लेकिन सर कोई वहाँ पे जो है क्लिक बैंक के थ्रू अभी तक कोई सक्सेस नहीं मिली और काफी सारे और भी सर मैं तरीके देख रहा हूँ कोरा से भी कोशिश की मैंने लेकिन उसमें भी सक्सेस नहीं मिली तो काइंडली अगर ये अगर फेसबुक ऐड जो है अगर $100 में फिलहाल अगर नहीं लगा सकता तो कोई दूसरा ऐसा कोई वे है जिससे मैं प्रमोट कर
बस
सकूं अपने उसको
सुबह की वीडियो का इंतजार करें
प्रोडक्ट को
वीडियो बन गई है और सुबह की वीडियो का इंतजार करें दैट्स गोना सॉल्व ऑल ऑफ योर प्रॉब्लम्स सुबह की वीडियो
that will be for affiliate marketing
नहीं दैट्स फॉर गेटिंग फ्री ट्रैफिक फ्रॉम
totally
सोशल मीडिया हाउ टू यूज इट इफेक्टिवली should solve a
okay sir
lot of your problems
okay sir thank you
thank you जी शेख साहब
Assalamu alaikum, sir. How are you?
I am fine शेख साहब how are you
So, sir, in this video, we have learned lot of things. First of all, you highlighted many problems. That personally, I learned one thing that if you want to show yourself or if you want to publish anything, so double check is very important. So before publish anything, check again and again that work, that what we should be published. So double checking is very important. And one thing we learned about writing anything or about selling anything, if you want to write anything, so keep in your mind that always think as a reader, or if you want to sell anything, so think as a customer, that what customer wants. For example, if I want to sell anything, so as a customer, first of all we should check the availability of the product, that this product is available or not. So as a customer we want to look the product physically, or as a digital marketer we can show any product in the form of pictures, or we can use videos as well. So first thing we should know about the availability of the pictures, so availability of the product. And other one thing we should know about the more information, just like we want to know about the what's the price of the product, and what's the features, what's the more effective feature for us in this product. And other one thing we should know about the why customer want to buy this product. So we should educate the customer that what's the benefit for you if you want to, if you will buy this product, so
yeah
what's the benefit for you. So that's it for today.
as
We have learned
always you
these
come
things.
up and really make me happy Sheikh Saab great attention to the details and
Thank
well
you.
done proud of you thank you
First of all, first time I appear in the camera, that's why I am talking about in
it
English,
only takes It only takes
and
two
little
to
bit
tango.
nervous.
That's an English phrase. It all starts with one step. Thank you. Rumasha.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Alaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. What about you?
Alhamdulillah. All good.
Okay, sir. So, in this lecture, I learned two main basic points. The first one is what I believe and what I search for is that there must be something unique in your product. For example, there are hundreds of mobile phone brands, and if I want to buy one, I will always search one unique feature. Now, I don't say necessarily that there must be something unique. You have to present it in such a way that it sounds like, oh my God, I have never seen this feature, be it a brand or your mobile phone. And the second thing, what I believe is that you have to use pictures, and if you want to be perfect, you need to use videos in your picture. For example, I have seen people saying that when I ask them that why don't you buy this product online? The world is revolving on online, so why you just waste your time in the markets? But what they say is that we see something else in picture, and in original you get something entirely else. So for this, I believe is that you should make a video for your product. For example, if you are selling clothing, fabric, you should make a video. You have to explain that this fabric is like this. This is the winter collection. You have to show it in a video that this is the embroidery and this texture of the fabric. In this way, I believe is that more customer will get the assurity that in reality the product is this.
Proud of you, Ramasha. That's the only sentence I can have here. Well done. And the way you have attended all this lecture and the details uh, actually point out to your learning experience, which probably highlights not just your learning experience, but an urge to excel in your field. And I have no doubts that if you continue doing this, in a very short time, you go far long places. I see this happening. Very
Thank
nice.
you, sir. Your
Proud of
prayers are needed.
Absolutely proud of you. Take care. So, folks, one last thing before I close this video. It was all about pointing out the mistakes because one blog post could potentially be a reason for good social media marketing, for a good YouTube content, a visual content, as well as a pictorial content for social media marketing. And it all gets down to one single line. Call it a copywriting, call it a traditional sales effort, but you got to keep your customer in mind. You got to identify that one important thing. What is in it for you? Look at the description of this video. Want to ask me a question? There's a link in there. Click it, fill in the form, write up whatever you want to talk about, and all of a sudden, you're getting a chance to speak to me. And this is only going to get interesting, folks. I look forward to you filling out the form and looking forward to some good questions, looking forward to some interesting questions. Okay, so check the comment, uh, the link in the description of this video, and fill out the form. Take care. See you guys tomorrow.